Thank you for that forecast, Devin. But June is National Dairy Month, a special time to discover, taste, and support the enduring legacy of Wisconsin dairy. And here to showcase that special occasion is none other than Haley Heinzel, Allison Dairyland, the 77th edition.
Yes,
Thanks
thank
for
you
joining
for having
us.
me.
What were you trying to say?
77th.
You sure about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been
It's a
around
tricky one. It's a tricky one.
A few of the Allison Dairylands, and I think I got my numbers right. But thanks for coming on in this month, I suppose.
Yes.
And it is going to be your last visit, sadly.
It is, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm wrapping up my term on July 6th, so I'm retiring. But you're in good hands. Our 78th Allison Dairyland, Sarah Hagenau, she's going to do a wonderful job.
I have no doubt. But it's always important, being the dairy state, to hit Dairy Month rather hard.
Absolutely. No one does National Dairy Month quite like Wisconsin, especially when you consider 99% of our dairy farms are family-owned, more than anywhere else in the United States. So it's a great time to get out on farms, try some new recipes, and celebrate the hard work our farmers do 365 days a year.
Absolutely right you are. So what can we all do to discover about America's Dairyland during National Dairy Month?
This is a great time for breakfast on the farm. There have been so many already this month. I still have a couple more this weekend and going into that first weekend in July. So you can head to wisconsindairy.org/June Dairy Month and find a whole list of June Dairy Month breakfasts coming up for the rest of the month if you want to visit those.
So for those of us who haven't been to them before, what's a breakfast on the farm look like?
So it's usually hosted right on the farm or sometimes the county fairgrounds, but usually a local farmer will bring animals along. It's a great community event. Farmers, people from the community all come together to celebrate Dairy Month. Usually there's pancakes and eggs and cheese curds. So it's a great time to come together, have a great meal, talk with farmers. When you're getting directly on the farm, you're getting to see how those cows are taken care of, how our farmers are taking care of our land. It's a great time.
Devin was born to be a farmer. I can feel it in his blood. That Western Illinois spirit right there.
Being from Central Illinois, and definitely a big agriculture type area, and not so much a dairy farm area, but definitely the corn and soybeans type area. And my family does do some farming. My uncle actually does a lot of corn and soybeans.
Oh, wonderful. So that's probably helping out Wisconsin's dairy industry too, because cows eat a lot of corn and soybeans. They need
a lot.
Yes.
Well, so June is dairy good time to try new recipes. So if we're looking at a new recipe, what's the taste of Wisconsin dairy?
I have got two great ones for this month that are both very produce forward. So not just a lot of dairy, but also great Wisconsin produce. Over here, I've got a Mexican style watermelon salad. So we got some watermelon there. And then there's a dressing that's based with sour cream. There's some cilantro and jalapeno in there. And then it's topped with cotija and queso fresca cheeses, as well as a little bit of tahini seasoning. So kind of sweet, kind of a little bit spicy as well. And then over on the other side, I've got sweet and savory caprese stacks, which are a twist on a classic caprese. Of course, the tomato, basil, and fresh mozzarella. But there's also white peach and capricola salami stacked in there. So these are not only great to help celebrate Wisconsin's dairy industry, but also a great excuse to head to the local farmer's market and pick up some produce.
Yeah, those look like the neatest little sandwiches I've seen in a while. I saw like the slice of, is that peach in there?
Yes, yep.
I saw that and I was like, that is certainly an interesting addition to the caprese sandwich here.
Yes, definitely a sweeter twist on it. It's really good, very fresh.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yes.
It sounds terrific. So looking ahead, how do we support the Wisconsin dairy this June, besides going out and of course buying these and trying the recipes? I'm sure that'll help.
Yes, we're gonna wanna make sure to look for the Proudly Wisconsin cheese or Proudly Wisconsin dairy badge in the grocery store. That can actually be found in 99% of grocery stores across the U.S. So if anyone's traveling from outside of Wisconsin tuning in, you can definitely find Wisconsin cheese in your local grocery store. You can also look for the number 55 on your fluid milk packaging to ensure that was packaged in a plant here in Wisconsin. You can also head to wisconsincheese.com and find literally thousands of recipes incorporating Wisconsin dairy products.
Wait, you can still find that Proudly Dairy Wisconsin or Proudly Wisconsin anywhere in the U.S. still, or you can?
Yes, 99% of grocery stores across the United States. But even this year as Alice, I had the chance to travel to Vietnam, and I found that badge in a Vietnamese grocery store.
Really?
Yes, yeah, I found some Belgioso mozzarella cheese. Yep, halfway across the world.
My goodness. See, those stickers and the Wisconsin products, they sure travel far.
Yes.
But, we have got a lot of great farmers around, and, they make a lot of great products. So it's no surprise that they, are wanted abroad as well.
Absolutely.
And, you've had quite the year. It's been 1 year nearly of you being Allison Dairyland, and you know, like you said, you've been all over the state, you've been all over the Midwest, and you even made it over to Southeast Asia, right?
Yes, I've traveled all over the place. Domestically, I've traveled about 40,000 miles across the state of Wisconsin so far. I think I'm going to put on a couple thousand yet before I get done in the next 2 weeks. So I've made it to 56 counties in Wisconsin. I've even made it into Minnesota, Illinois, and Iowa a little bit for some media or different events. So it has been a really wonderful year serving Wisconsin's agriculture industry.
I think the organization might need a new car after that.
Yeah, we usually switch like every 3 Alice's or so. So Sarah might be due for a new one. We'll have to see.
There we go. Well, I think, you know, it's certainly June Dairy Month, so we could do a little cheers to that.
Cheers.
I know Devin wanted to do his chugging competition here. Oh, my goodness.
I brought a special one for you since you were so good at the small ones.
Okay, you're so good at it.
We are not, I don't know. I don't even know
I
if
think
we
we'll
want to
have
do a
to.
chugging.
I'm certain that we do.
Are we even doing a chugging or just a cheers?
There we go.
Cheers.
We're chugging. There we go, Devin. There you
Are
go.
we even chugging?
I think I beat you that time.
I think you got it.
Jeez. This isn't even fair, if you ask me.
Well, either way, it's been a pleasure. I'm glad you could beat Devin in our final chug off, Devin. You got some ground to catch up with the next one. But thanks again, and you know, hopefully folks go out and celebrate June Dairy Month as well.
Yes.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.